everyone, Tawnie here with Tawnie Talks, the licensed psychotherapist. I hope you're having a great day. I certainly am. Let's go ahead and jump into our fishbowl of questions and see who we can help today. Today's question asks, Dear Tawnie, I've often heard that you are who you surround yourself by. How can I make sure that I surround myself with great people? What a great question, and a question that I'm sure most of us have asked ourselves at one point or another. How do we surround ourselves with those level 10 people? How do we surround ourselves with really awesome people that are going to inspire us, they're going to encourage us, they're going to uplift us to be the best version of ourselves? And once we find those people, how do we maintain those relationships so that we can continue to have these people in our lives? Let's go ahead and get started. Let me give you some tips on how to find these people and then how to keep these people in your lives. Hi, Tawnie here. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share this video so that we can grow this channel together. So, when you're looking for a wonderful person, a level 10 person, if you want to put a number on it, you want to find people who are going to be problem solvers. They're not going to be stuck in a negative way of thinking, especially if it's an automatic negative way of thinking, but they're going to challenge the negative assumptions they have. They're not afraid of challenging your negative assumptions if you have ones that they believe are false. They're going to challenge you a little bit. You might not agree with them on everything, but if you do disagree with them, you can both have a conversation that doesn't have to end in a lot of yelling and scruffing up one another, but actually you can just agree to disagree and be able to share differences, points of view. And at the best, they can challenge your preconceived notions and you can challenge theirs. You can have a very productive conversation about it. You want to look for people who are always trying to learn a new skill. They're either working on their fitness regimen or trying to be better at gardening or cooking or learning a new hobby. Maybe they're embarking on a new business adventure or reading a new book. They're always trying to find a way in their interpersonal lives to improve upon themselves and make themselves a better person than they were yesterday. You also want to find people who are problem solvers. They don't dwell on problems or negative thinking or issues that don't seem to ever go away. Instead, they're looking for those brighter days ahead. Now, we're not talking about someone who's not a realist because hard things happen all the time, but we're looking for someone that chooses, underline chooses, because it is a choice, not to stay in that negative pattern of thinking. They're able to see a brighter day. They're able to problem solve. They're able to find ways to overcome the challenges that life throws at them. And so you want to look for those problem solvers in your life. You also want to find people who aren't going to lie to you. So they're consistent in the things that they say to you. So if they say one thing 2 years ago, 2 years later, they're going to say the same thing as the way they said it 2 years ago. Because they don't lie. They're consistent. They have nothing to prove to anybody because they're confident in who they are. If they've made some mistakes in their past and stuff that they used to be ashamed about, they're able to talk about it and not hide behind that shame or that guilt because they've made peace with themselves. You want to find people who are going to encourage you to be the very best version of you and inspire you, and that you want to emulate their wonderful behaviors. And it's not copying. It's not jealousy, it's not competitiveness. It really is, in my opinion, inspiration when you meet someone like that. They inspire you. And so instead of labeling it as, oh, you're a copycat, or you're just jealous, or you want to be just like them, no, this person inspires me and I want to be better. And that is my own challenge, to be better than the person I was yesterday. And so these are the types of people you want to surround yourself with. They might have more knowledge than you. They might be doing better financially than you. They might have a skill set or a way with people that you would like to replicate. And so get to know what their strengths are. Get to know what steps they took to get to that level that you want to achieve. And hopefully it can be a mutually beneficial friendship or relationship between the both of you, where you're helping them in this area and they're helping you grow in this area. So you're going to want to surround yourself with people you can have meaningful conversations with, not people who are going to talk about other people negatively or trivial things that don't really make a difference in this world. But you want to surround yourself with people who are forward thinkers. They're innovators. They want to contribute to this world and make it a better place. They're generous. So these are the type of people that you want to look for when you're trying to surround yourself with really great, optimistic, uplifting people. Now, moving on, how do we keep and maintain these friendships in our lives? Well, it's pretty simple and straightforward. You want to be able to be a trustworthy person and a trustworthy friend. So if they're sharing their business ideas with you, maybe they haven't shared it with everybody yet, but you want to be able to keep that little secret or that little idea to yourself and not blast it on everybody, especially if they're not ready. If they're wanting to invite you to an event, you don't invite 10 of your friends to go along with you. You honor that single invitation and you show up and you're there for that person that invited you. You also contribute by having something of yourself to bring to the friendship. So maybe you're really great at baking sourdough bread. So maybe you can teach them to bake sourdough bread with you, or you can bring them some amazing loaves of sourdough bread. So you want to be able to be the type of person that you want to attract in your life. And that means being honest, being trustworthy, being confident in yourself, also challenging yourself to be a positive thinker as well, and being the friend that you would like to have in your life, a loyal friend, a friend that challenges assumptions, because people admire strength. And if you're confident and strong enough to go against the grain and offer a different opinion than what everybody else does, some people might not like it, but the people you want to attract are going to say, you know what? That person has got some courage there, and I like that. They're not afraid to be shut down. They're not afraid to put themselves out there. So go for the people that can acknowledge that type of bravery within yourself. So really, it's just about emulating the type of person you want to be and giving back to their friendship. Friendships have to be beneficial for both parties. And so making sure that you're not the one taking, but you're also giving back, you're checking in, you're being generous, and you're offering your time as well. Now, how do we stay away from people who are not level 10 people who are going to just suck the life out of us and really be a downer? So I don't like really putting numbers on levels and of people when it comes to people, but I think it's beneficial to have a description and a definitive category that you can kind of place things in. We do that with objects, with clothes, with cars, etc. So I think it's important just for the purposes of explaining. So what's the difference between a level 10 and let's say a level 1 person? And I would say that most of us all strive to be a level 10. I think there's very few people that are truly level 10 other than Jesus Christ, I believe. So it's always striving to move up a level, to evolve, and to challenge our way of thinking and who we were yesterday. How can we be better today? So not to involve yourself with level 1 people or people who are going to pull you down. So what does that look like? It looks like people who are negative. They talk smack about other people. They're gossipers. They're always thinking about problems versus trying to find solutions. They are always wanting to cause gossip or problems or drama to happen, and they walk away and pretend like they didn't do anything. You might have a really great story to tell them or an achievement to tell them, and they're kind of raining on your parade. Well, have you thought about this negative thing that could happen? Have you thought about this negative thing that could happen? Oh, I'm sure that was easy for you because you had XYZ already working for you. And so when you hesitate telling somebody about a good achievement that you've done or something positive that's happened in your life, that's already a red flag to watch out for that type of person. And because your instinct is probably already telling you they might not really truly be happy for me. And if you're having people in your life that might not truly be happy for you, why would you want to continue having that person in your life, right? So just something to think about when you're reevaluating the relationships in your life. Also, you want to make sure that you stay away from people who are going to hurt you and backstab you and not be loyal to you, and you've told them a secret, and the next thing you know, 10 other people know what's going on. It is a one-sided relationship. They're not checking up on you. Maybe they heard you're sick and not feeling well. They don't offer to even see how you're doing. Now, people are busy, so you want to give people grace, but I'm talking about a pattern of behavior here. You also want to stay away from people who are takers, who don't contribute anything to the relationship. They're always asking, and hardly ever giving anything back. So make sure that you're paying attention to the type of people that you're surrounding yourself by, because if they're always thinking negatively, you're going to start having that automatic negative thinking too. A challenge or a situation will come up, and instead of thinking about ways to overcome the obstacles or challenges, you're going to default to the negative way of thinking, the negative way of self-talking that you've surrounded yourself with by being in this type of environment with groups of people. So you want to just steer clear of that. A lot of this might sound like common sense, but really it's not, because we often will give people the benefit of the doubt when people don't deserve or need that benefit of the doubt. So you want to make sure that you're challenging yourself by reevaluating the friendships and the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Are these people benefiting me in any way? Am I learning anything from these people? Are these people always agreeing with me and not challenging things that I'm doing or saying, even when I know that it's wrong? Are these people able to be loyal to me? Are they honest? Are they trustworthy? Are they generous in the community? Do they have new skills they can teach me? Or is it always negative? Is it always about them? Is it always about me giving, and them always taking? And so you want to challenge your way of thinking thinking about these relationships and really seek out those people who are going to be those forward thinkers. They're going to be the innovators. They're going to be somebody who's always going to look for a way to help somebody else or make this world a better place. Because over time, you'll start adapting to those positive ways of thinking as well. And kudos if they have major skills that you haven't learned yet. They can inspire you to learn what they know, or at the very least, point you in the direction where you can go ahead and take the steps to learn the skills that they have to share with you as well. So, basically, you want to surround yourself with people who are going to be positive influences in your life. They're going to challenge you. Just because someone agrees with everything you say and everything you do doesn't mean that that person has your back, doesn't always mean that person has your best interest or is someone that you want in your life, because you want to be around people who challenge your way of thinking, who are able to offer a different perspective. And you want to be the person who can handle that, even if it's criticism, handle it with grace and with confidence, and be able to hear the other side as well, even if you don't like it. So find people who challenge you, find people who inspire you, find people who want you to be a better version of yourself, find people who have traits that you want to emulate, and at all times, look for those people. Don't stop looking for these amazing people in your life. They will make themselves known if you just pay attention. And again, we're looking for patterns of behavior because people can fake it for a day or two, but you want to see consistency in their patterns of behavior. These are the people that you want to start looking for and surrounding yourself with. So to answer today's question, do I think that we tend to take on traits of people we surround ourselves by? 100% yes. And I think that it's really important that you know the difference between the positive and negative traits, and that you're constantly evaluating the friendships and the relationship in your life, because sometimes you can outgrow a friendship, sometimes you can outgrow a relationship, and so it's constantly reevaluating, I would say probably every few months to a year or so, and seeing, is this friendship still beneficial for me? Is this relationship still beneficial for me? And if it's not, what are the steps I can do to help it become more beneficial? Or is this a friendship or relationship that is no longer providing any support or encouragement to me, and it's best to just walk away and move forward? Doing so allows you to make more time in your life and more space in your life to attract people who are going to be those level 10 people, who are going to be those people who are going to encourage you and uplift you and want you to be the best version of yourselves. And so that's all for today. That's today's Tawnie Talks, when we're answering questions about how do we surround ourselves with really great, wonderful people. And really, it starts with you being a great, wonderful person. And maybe you can help somebody become more like you and do great things, and you continue to learn and strive to be the better version of you every day, and hopefully people will pick up on that and you'll inspire them to be the best version of themselves. So anyway, that's all I've got for today. I hope you're having an amazing day. Listen, if no one's told you yet today, I want you to know how special, how wonderful, and how unique you are. In this whole wide world, the whole universe, there's only one you, and I want you to reflect on that. I want you to have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.